queries. Were you able to hear my
Yes, sir.
queries?
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes,
please
sir.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Ajit. I am from Solapur. So I have completed my B Pharmacy from Mumbai University in 2018. And talking about my family background, there are 5 members in my family: me, my 2 brothers, and mother and father. So, firstly, currently I am learning the PG diploma in pharmacovigilance and clinical research. So, basically, I am interested in pharmacovigilance because this field is very relevant to my career, my degree, and I am very interested in pharmacovigilance because there are some challenge. This is the challenging job. Pharmacovigilance is a challenging job wherein we can detect the adverse reactions and of the particular drug
Hmm.
to check the safety check the safety and the adverse reactions to the particular drug before introduced in the market.
Right. So safety and yes, they are important, and you need
Yes,
to look for them. It is good to know that you are interested in pharmacovigilance. Again, one thing that I wanted to understand was how will it be beneficial if you know about the adverse reactions and you are able to notify it to the authority. So, what benefit will you draw out of it?
so once we know the adverse reaction of that drug, so we can try to minimize that adverse reaction to develop a good life or good health for people.
Hmm. Yes. So the answer to it again can be worded very simply as unless you know the risks, you cannot handle them. Yes. So,
Yes.
yeah. So the benefit of reporting these events is that we are able to notify of those upcoming risks to the health authorities, to the general public, to the healthcare professionals, so that they can take their own clinical judgment on whether to continue with the treatment or to take any necessary precautions while using that product so as to prevent any harm. That is the intent. Yes. So pharmacovigilance, why we are doing it is to prevent any kind of harm. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I think Gayatri had joined in between. Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is the difference between an adverse event and a reaction? Yes, Ajit.
Uh, Adverse reaction. Basically, the adverse reaction is a reaction when the particular treatment drug or a suspect drug taken in a proper dosage manner. So when
Hmm.
there is in some reactions like nausea, vomiting, so these are the adverse reactions, and adverse events are mm,
Unintended. Are they intended? Do you expect them to happen?
yes.
Is it an
Mm,
untoward occurrence? Is it an untoward medical occurrence? Yes, Ajit.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is an untoward medical occurrence. It is something that you never expected to happen, but it happened. Yes. Now
Yes,
it
that is
may
the
or may not be. It may or may not be related to your drug.
yes,
Yeah.
that is the
So the
adverse event.
difference.
Yes,
Yeah. So event and
yes,
reaction. The difference is the causality, or as we call it as causal relationship. Yes.
yes, yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Now, when I say causal relationship, so what is the most commonly used criteria to do causal relationship? Which criteria is used? What is the method used for causality assessment? Any scale that we use? Any rating system
Mm,
that we use?
no, sir, no idea.
No idea.
Causality,
Have you
no.
heard of WHO UMC criteria?
Yes, yes, yes. Uppsala Monitoring Center. World
Hmm.
Healthcare Organization,
Yeah.
Uppsala Monitoring Center.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, yes.
So WHO UMC criteria is used to assess medically and do a causal relationship. So it looks at re-challenge, it looks at de-challenge.
De-challenge, yes.
Yeah. What is re-challenge?
Re-challenge is a reintroduce of that suspect drug again,
Hmm.
and to check whether the same adverse reactions are happened at the as same at the time of first introduction, first
Hmm.
administration of that drug. That is the
Yeah.
re-challenge.
So if it is a positive re-challenge, it would give a suggestion that the drug may have caused it. Yes.
Yes, sir.
It is
Yes,
supporting our, again, hypothesis. So remember,
yes.
this is a work, causality is a work of hypothesis. Whatever we do,
Hypothesis.
we are trying to again come to a conclusion based on whatever evidences we have. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So our science, again, we call pharmacovigilance as the science, yeah, of
yes,
detection, assessment. Yes.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So science is based on evidences. Whatever areas we are collecting are our evidences, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
again, in those cases, if the causality is there, if we have evidence of re-challenge, de-challenge, temporal relationship, that means the time of onset of the reaction after the drug is given. Okay. So
yes,
all those latency, as you call it. So all these criterias are looked at when we are doing causal relationship,
yes,
right? Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. So remember this point, brush up on these a bit again on causal relationship. Now, expeditedness, next point that I want to ask you. Expeditedness, how do you know which cases you need to expedite? Which are the cases that you need to expedite or urgently
Serious
submit?
events, serious, those cases are having a serious adverse reactions.
Serious adverse
Reaction.
reaction, is it? So
Yes.
in trials, in clinical trials, what cases are reported to the authority on an expedited basis?
Those cases which leads to the death.
Yeah. So that is serious cases you are saying. But what are the other
Yes.
criterias other than seriousness? What else do you need to look at to report a case? Gayatri, another few minutes. Yeah,
Okay, sir.
you can log off. Okay. Yes, Jeet.
Mm,
What criteria can be there? Okay. SUSARs, have you heard of? Ajit, have you heard of
what, sir?
SUSAR? SUSAR?
Susar. No, sir.
No, you haven't heard of the term SUSAR? You have heard of the term SAE? Yes or
Serious
no?
adverse events. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So serious adverse event is applicable in India. US and Europe, you are not looking at SAE. You are looking at suspected, unexpected, serious adverse reaction. SUSAR.
Okay.
Okay. So suspected
Okay.
is you have a doubt that you have a relationship. Again, unexpected. So unexpected is it was not known earlier. It is a new thing
Yes.
which is happening either in terms of occurrence or in terms of nature or severity or frequency. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is unexpected. And then serious, you know, the criteria you were saying death, life
Yeah.
threatening. Yeah. What are the other criteria for seriousness? Yes, Ajit.
Um, life threatening, sir.
Fatal, life threatening. You've covered these two. What other cases do you think will be
Those
serious?
those cases are which are not able to cured after the adverse reactions.
Do you
Non-curable.
okay? Now I will give you the options and you have to answer. So, do you
Okay.
think admission in a hospital will be a seriousness criteria?
No, sir.
No. Or required hospitalization or prolonged hospitalization?
Yes.
Yes. So that is what I told you. Admission in the hospital. It is requiring hospitalization. Okay.
Hospitalization for
Anything.
longer.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anything or required hospitalization. You were not there in the hospital earlier, but now you are required to be admitted. So even that
yes.
becomes a serious case. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
Ajit. Yeah.
sir. Okay.
So remember these criteria, and one is the next criteria is permanent or significant disability. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So if
Okay.
there was a report of facial paralysis in Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccination, okay, but it was reversible in nature. It stopped after the drug was stopped, right? It did not
Yes, sir.
persist. It did not stay permanently. So it is not a serious event. But if it was
Okay.
persistent or it would have stayed, then it would have become serious.
Yes, sir.
Okay, clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So
Yes.
this is the fourth criteria. Then what else do you have? You remember congenital anomaly, thalidomide tragedy?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is the fifth criteria for seriousness. Then the
Okay.
sixth criteria is medically significant. That means the treating doctor or the physician or the reporter feels that that event which has happened is medically significant. That means either it has changed in terms of what we were discussing, occurrence or nature or severity or frequency. So earlier in my trials, I found the event was very mild in nature. But now I am getting a very severe event in marketed phase. So it becomes a serious event. Okay, clear on this
Okay.
concept?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And there is a IME list. Have you heard of a IME list?
Mm,
Important medical event list. Yeah.
no, sir.
Please wait. Your turn will take another 10 minutes. Yeah. Yes, Ajit.
Important medical.
Events. IME list. Okay. So all those events, like I can give you examples. Anaphylaxis. You have heard of anaphylaxis?
Yes.
Yes.
Anaphylaxis. Yes.
What is anaphylaxis? Suddenly, there is a severe form of reaction. The body responds to this trigger from outside and everything shuts down. So all your systems fail. All system organ classes like your cardiac system, your respiratory system, all systems will fail. And that can lead to death. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
there are many other examples in that IME list. Even COVID-19 pneumonia. I remember
Pneumonia.
telling
Yes.
in my sessions, I don't know if this was covered for you in by your trainer, but then remember that all the latest events are added in this IME list. Okay, so this is
Okay.
updated by EMA, European Medicine
Okay.
Agency. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and is
Okay.
available with the latest Medra version. So whenever you want to download, you can download it from the EMA website and
Okay.
refer to it, see whatever has been reported, is it given in that list? If yes, then it automatically becomes a serious event.
Okay.
Okay, clear on this
Okay.
concept also?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
brush up on these concepts of causality, brush up on, because these will be asked in a regular interview. I am guaranteeing you that these are important concepts. Again, WHO UMC criteria. Have you heard of Naranjo scale?
Yes, sir.
Naranjo scale. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Where is that used? Why will we use Naranjo scale if you have WHO criteria? These can be
To
questions asked.
calculate the risk of that drug.
So risk of the drug that we are doing, causality is what we are trying to do with these scales. There are different ways to do causality. I will just explain it to you. So you can do it by medical assessment called as global introspection. Okay. So where you
Okay.
are analyzing the case based on the medical information in the case. Okay. Then we can
Okay.
also use scales. So like the WHO UMC is one of the scales. Okay. where it
Okay.
will categorize into related and not related by, unclassifiable, probable, possible, yes, definite.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is how it will categorize. Now, similarly, in Naranjo scale, there is a rating given. There is a value for every question asked, yes or no, or not applicable. You have to rate and give a scale of either if yes, then +2, if no, then maybe 0, at times maybe -1. Okay, so depending
Okay.
upon this, if you get a rating of anything which is 0, that means it is doubtful, it is not related. If it is 1 to 4, that means it is probably related. We are not sure, but it can be. The basis is not clear. If it is above 4, that means 5. Okay, so then it becomes possibly related, and then 7 above to 9, it becomes definitely or related. Okay, so this is again
Okay.
a rating system used, where you will have numbers given for answers. 10 questions are there. For all those 10 questions you have rating.
Okay.
Okay, okay, Ajit, so please go
Yes.
through these points. These are very important. Again, aggregate reports, are you clear on the aggregate reports, Ajit? What are
Aggregate
aggregate reports?
report? No, sir.
Aggregate reports or periodic reports, we also call them as periodic reports. So they are done over a
Okay.
period of time. All your ICSRs stand for
Individual case safety report.
case safety reports. So all these ICSRs are reviewed over a period of time, depending upon the region, like US or Europe. So in Europe, you
Okay.
have a PBRER. In US, you have a PADER. Okay,
Okay.
different requirements. Again, this is for the marketed reports. For pre-market,
Okay.
the pre-marketed or the trial reports, you have DSURs, yes, which are annual
Okay.
reports. So you have to prepare them annually. There is a defined period. For marketed products, again, there is a different requirement. So you can go through these and the timelines for submission. So these are
Okay.
important. They will ask you. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
PSURs, submission timelines, scheduling, all these you should know.